everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am giving products a second chance. These are products that I have used in the past and I just didn't like them very much, and so I just kind of put them to the side. I'm gonna give them a second chance. Let's get into the video. So I don't have a primer to use, so I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth. The foundation that I'm going to be using today, which I did an actual video on, that I will leave that video up above for you guys to click on if you're interested. I wanted to give it another go. To apply the foundation, I am going to be using my Tati Beauty Blendiful. I'm just going to kind of dot this on the face. It's a very sheer foundation in my opinion, and so I'm going to add a little bit more. Say that it's a full coverage foundation, which that's one thing that I didn't like about it last time, is that it claims to be full coverage, but I just didn't see that. So I'm going to just kind of layer this up. It's blending out pretty well. The shade is a tad lighter than I would want, but it's seeming to blend out pretty well. I just don't like the fact that they claimed it to be a full coverage, not even full coverage in my opinion. It blended out fine. Last time when I used this foundation is that it didn't last very long on my skin. The next product is one that I use all the time, but not in the way that a lot of people use this. It is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I like using this on my eyelids to conceal. I'm going to be using this for my under eyes as well today. This is a really thick concealer, and so I don't usually like wearing thicker concealers. I'm going very light-handed with a concealer at first, and then we'll see if I need to add more. So I have concealer on, and as far as right now, they don't look terrible. My under eyes do look just a tad heavier than they normally do when I use another concealer. Before I go in with powder, I am going to be using the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. I didn't like this because of the fact that I felt like it was hard to work with. I don't really use a lot of cream products all the time, so it might just have been because I'm not used to these kind of products before, but I'm going to try it again. I'm going to go and apply it straight onto the Blendiful here. As I can tell, it's actually blending out really nicely. So far, not bad. I am going to be laying over this with powder bronzer. I'm going to quickly go ahead and apply some powder really quick. I'm going to be going in with my L'Oreal Lumi bronzer. And I'm going over with the powder just to kind of warm up the face just a little bit more. So for eyeshadow today, I decided to use the Profusions Festival palette. This palette specifically, just didn't do it for me. The eyeshadows were chalky, they didn't blend out well, and which was confusing for me because all their other palettes I love. So I want to give this another shot. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. concealer just to conceal the eyes. Start off, I think I'm going to go into this kind of orangey creamsicle color right here. I'm noticing a lot of kickback as I dip into the pan to pick up the color, and then if you saw that, like that was as much product as it picked up, which I don't necessarily mind, but depends on how it applies. So I'm going to use this as a transition shade, and then that was the initial application of it. You can barely see that there's like a hint of color there. It's blending out nice. That blended out really nicely. I'm not seeing any streaks or patchiness from this specific shade. So far so good. I go into this peachy shade right here. I just realized that I dipped into this with the same brush. That's okay. We'll just handle it. So that shade went on really nice, and it's blending out really easy and effortlessly. So far, guys, my mind might be changed. I really like this neon peachy shade though. It's very pretty. I'm going to go into this shade right here. So far, it's picking up a lot of product. Do you see that? And it's been doing that with all the other shades. It was just harder to show because my brush was so dirty and the shades were a little bit lighter than this one. Back from that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't mind that. I do get that from the Tati Beauty palette a little bit, so just because your eyeshadow does that doesn't mean that it's bad eyeshadow. So I'm going to kind of keep this on the outer crease here. Alright, now I'm going to go in with some shimmers. Start with this shade right here. I'm really picking up on camera. Let me see if I can swatch this for you. Wow, okay. As I'm dipping in, you can see kind of how grainy that is. It's just really like, I don't know, it's not, and it kind of blends out to be a chalky kind of feel, but nonetheless, we're gonna go in with that on the eyelid. So I don't know if you guys can tell, there's not much shine. It's more of like a very powdery consistency because it does have a little bit more texture to it because it is a metallic shade, and it's not really doing much for the eye look itself. I think that this palette, just as far as I'm seeing, is the mattes do a much better job than the metallics do. I'm gonna dip into this shade right here, which is like a orangey metallic. You can see that. This one is a little bit more reflective than the initial one that I just went in first. It is definitely a lot powdery though. I don't know if you guys can tell. The lights are hitting it in a weird way, but it's definitely powdery. Like I can feel as I'm rubbing it against my fingers, it's very grainy. Tap this in the center of the lid and going more toward out and not as much in. Okay, same with this one. It's not really giving me much of a reflect. Just kind of a shimmery, not really shimmery, I don't know. It's like a matte, but it has a little bit something else that doesn't make it as much of a matte, but it's not really giving me much of a reflective of it. So I think that's my thoughts on this palette, is that the mattes work really well, but the metallics don't work very well. Alright, so for mascara, I am not a huge fan of the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. For me, it just doesn't give me the separation in my lashes that I like, or the length that I prefer either. I feel like my L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara does a really good job of separating my lashes, but building and giving me the length and volume that I like. This, we're going to try it again and see how I feel about it. Okay, so far this mascara is actually not doing a bad job. Separated, they aren't clumped together, which is something that I don't tend to necessarily like. I'm going to go in with like my third coat. Okay, so my lashes are still separated. It didn't really add much more length. The length of my lashes are still pretty much the same. Definitely still added to the volume of my lashes and still kept them separated, which I do really like. So I like this mascara. It definitely has changed my mind about it. Last time I used it, it just was really clumpy. But this time it's not as clumpy as it was before. And you know how sometimes mascaras, it takes a while after you open them before they actually get good. So maybe it's just that I've had this around for a while now and it's kind of gotten to the point where I like it now. So for eyebrows today, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. Now last time I used this, the color was off. This shade that I am using is soft brown and then it goes to blonde. Not the right color for me. I really go light-handed and soft when I do my brows, and so this one was just a tad dark, so it made my eyebrows look a little bit heavier. And with it and see, you know, if my mind's changed at all. My thoughts on this is I actually don't mind my brows. They look very full but very soft at the same time. This is the CoverGirl one. This is the Maybelline one that I use. So you can see they're both totally different. I think that I get a little bit more of a fuller look with this product. Now, one thing that I did realize about this product is that it didn't last very long, which is one thing that I like about the Maybelline one, is that this one's lasts really long. So it may be that I need to maybe get a darker color in the Maybelline one, so that way I can get kind of more of a shade like this, but that it lasts longer. So as far as blush goes, I don't really have much products to test out. I am going to be using the Physicians Formula Organic Wear. I definitely do not like this product, but for the sake, because we are trying products that I haven't liked in the past, I'm going to give this another go. I'm actually going to take this and put it right onto the Blendiful. This is very pigmented, so I think I might have put too much on, but I'm just going to kind of blend it out. So there is that. The blush, I mean, it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's a little bit harder to blend out. And then I feel like once you do get it blended out, it's very sheer, which is not a bad thing. I mean, you have to go in with a little bit more. But I just rather kind of like something that's like a one and done kind of thing and I don't have to go back into. So the blush is okay. It just doesn't give me enough color on the cheeks like I like unless I go in with more and kind of build it up to that. For lips today, I am going to be trying the Rimmel Stay Satin Lip Color. I'm going to find a chapstick. Okay, I'm not using a chapstick, but I am using the Almay Go Wild Lip Vibe just to kind of have a barrier between my lips and the liquid lip color, and they kind of are the same color. So I'm going to go in. So there is the face. I am going to be doing a wear test for you guys today. It's currently 1:30, 2 o'clock. I don't have a phone on me or a watch on me, but it's roughly around there. I'm going to see how long I can wear this, and then I'll kind of keep you guys up to date. As far as the lip goes, I do know that the last time I wore this, it, like in the first 30 minutes, as I was eating and stuff like that, it started to come off my lip and it started to crack and get very crusty. And we're just going to continue to test it and see. I'll let you know how I feel about it, see how it looks here in a couple hours. Alright guys, update really quick. So I have been wearing this makeup for about 3 hours now. My thoughts on it, well, I don't like the foundation. As you can see, it's completely almost faded away. Yeah, 3 hours and it's already basically gone off my face. Not a good sign. Contour is still slightly there, not so much on this side. I think that if I had a foundation that stuck more, maybe the contour would stick better and stay longer. Concealer is not bad. The eyeshadow is sticking really well. I'm not seeing any creasing or anything like that. I have a weird mascara mark right there, ignore that. The eyebrows are still there. The mascara I still really like. It really hasn't flaked or smudged on me at all. This spot right here was already there. Lips. The lips started fading in the first like hour. And if you can look closely, it's kind of still there. It kind of looks cracked and gross and not attractive at all. Hey guys, so just gonna close out the video here. I was gonna end in my studio, but it's kind of using as a dual room where it's my son's bedroom and my studio, so he's already in bed asleep and I don't want to interrupt him, so I'm closing it out here. Makeup, as far as the complexion products go, not the hugest fan of. The foundation didn't last any longer than like a couple hours on me. Bronzer itself, I'm still gonna work with that. I feel like if I'm wearing a better foundation for my skin, that it might last longer on me. The concealer, it's still on, if you can tell. It's just, personally for me, I like a little bit more of a lighter concealer. Eyeshadow, it's kept up. But as far as just the whole palette as a whole, I just prefer other palettes over it. Eyebrows have stayed on pretty much all day, so yay for that, because I really do like the color that it gives me. Like, it gives me really nice brows. Mascara, I really do like. It's kept up the volume of my lashes, so thumbs up on that. And the lip curler has literally just come off completely. Very kind of crusty and got into the fine lines of my lips, and I just don't like that. So that is me trying out giving certain products that I gave a pass on originally a second try, and some of them I really do like and I will continue using them. Let me know if you guys like this kind of a video where I give products a second chance. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!